You know,
what do you think about Mark Hunt's lawsuit?
That one's tough, right?
It's tough. You know, his argument, he was fighting guys that during an era where nobody's supposed to be using performance enhancing drugs, nobody's supposed to be. And a few of the guys that he fought, two in particular, the UFC knew that they were using PEDs and was allowing them to fight him enhanced.
Is there evidence that they knew?
Yeah.
Or there is evidence.
Yeah. Well, according to him.
Of course. It's tough, right? Because he would have an argument if he didn't fight. I think that's the problem. It's like he continued to fight knowing, you know?
You're fighters, though.
You're fighters.
You're a prize fighter. Yes. The only time that you get the prize is when you fight. And so I don't know how many times you fought not 100%.
All the time.
All the time.
But then I also fought guys who I knew were on sauce, and I was like, that's fine.
Yeah. Because you're a fighter.
It's part of the game. It's like, yeah.
It's
like
not supposed to be.
When I fought LeVar Johnson, like clearly juiced to the gills. We're at weigh-ins. I looked at Dana. I go, I bet you he finishes 4th in Olympia this year. And he started laughing. And then sure enough, you know, I beat the brakes off him. But sure enough, after that fight, he tested hot.
Yeah.
But that's just part of the game.
Yeah.
It's part of the game. So for Mark Hunt, it's shitty, but it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Especially he's fighting Brock Lesnar. It's like, well, of course he's on shit.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Have you seen Brock's daughter?
Yes. At CSU?
Yeah. What an athlete.
Monster.
She
looks just like daddy.
Yeah. God bless her heart.
Tough life as far as like personal life. For sports, buddy.
So I don't know how I feel about a girl that's throwing things that weigh lots of weight further than I.
Oh, dude, we can't even. There's no way. And if you're Brock, I wonder how you feel about it if you're Brock. Like, I always tell my wife with our daughter, I'm like, man, hopefully she doesn't get my size.
Yeah.
It's a tough gig, man. For sports, it's great.
Yeah,
but for personal life, it's a tough gig.
Look at that.
They look identical.
Especially at that same age. You know, that's him long in the tooth. You know, like if the pictures of them at the same age, it is strikingly similar.
Yeah, if you see Brock Young, like when he was wrestling, I think at Minnesota, like freak, man.
Yeah.
Freak. People don't give Brock enough credit. You're talking about a complete freak. Didn't have a ton of experience, catapulted right to the top. They give him Heath Herring, his first fight, a real vet from Pride.
Yeah. Not an easy fight.
No. Mollywops him, dude.
Yeah.
Like Brock was the real deal. Have you met him?
Yeah.
Great guy.
Great human.
Unbelievable guy.
He does great things for veterans too.
Does he?
Yeah.
He's a stud, man. Because I remember I was trying to get a fight with him. I talked all this shit. And then we're at some press conference. I won some award for the UFC, and he was there promoting some fight. And I see him, and my coach, Lisa Bolin, I look at him like, dude, I've talked so much shit. Be ready to go. Like, he's going to fight me. Like, I definitely overstepped the boundaries. And I'm so nervous. And I get up there and meet him. He's like, buddy, love what you're doing. I get it, man. I'm from the W. I love you, man. Give me a big hug. I was like, oh, he said, I don't want to fight this guy.
So cool.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Really good dude.
Great human. Another father-son combo, Jocko Willink's daughter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. She's one of the best women grapplers on the planet right now.
No way.
Just mopping the mats.
Makes sense, though.
Yeah. And
does she look like Jocko?
She does.
As a dad, you're like, hell yeah, this is badass. But then also,
feminine. I think she's beautiful, and she's
she looks just like Jocko.
Just jaw.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she has the muscles. You know,
broad shoulders.
Yes.
Good jaw. You know,
I've never met Jocko.
Oh,
never met him.
He's one of my favorite humans on the planet.
Everyone says that. Yeah, he's close with Theo.
And another like selfless, behind the scenes, helping people out. You know, like
stud.
When I was going through some stuff 6 months ago, one of the first dudes to reach out, him, Joe Huberman, you know, like these people that are super famous and everybody loves to listen to them, and they're even better behind the camera.
Yeah, love that.
Most
guys aren't.
Like, I don't know. You're pretty freaking amazing. Brian's amazing. Joe's amazing. I don't know. Like he's the greatest dudes are the greatest dudes. I think if you're faithful in the small things, you can be faithful at the big things.
And did you expect that when you're going through your bullshit? Did you expect the backing you'd get from those guys? You know what I'm saying?
I didn't. No, I never even thought that.
I guess you wouldn't expect it, but we're like, oh, that's cool.
It's so cool.
Especially when you're going through it.
You get to find out who your friends are.
Yep.
And that was the greatest gift of all of it was, like the fair weather friends, the coattail riders, the sponsors that are like, oh, I'll support Tim when he's Captain America.
Correct.
But like somebody starts talking smack about him, and like, oh, bring in receipts. And then you find out really who your friends are.
Yeah, man. It almost does you a favor.
I
tell it to Brian all the time. Brian went through his shit. I'm like, in hindsight, he went through it, buddy. We both did. Yeah. Went through it. But I told him, Brian, in hindsight, you're cutting the fat, man. You're cutting the fat. You're seeing who's in your foxhole and who's not. When shit hits the fan, now you have a handful of guys you can call and they're going to show up. Before you had no clue.
Yeah.
You might make a wrong call and it's too much time,
Yeah.
It's cool.
It is. It's for sure a blessing. Does make it better when you're in it. When you're like getting it from both sides, you're a coward, stolen valor, like when you're still in the heart of, people talking all that nonsense, it still sucks.
Yeah.
And then,
just makes it suck less.
I don't know, but no, it still sucks.
It still sucks.
But now I'm just like, dude, I love these people so deeply and I will for forever. Because of
my stance on that whole thing, and you and I talked about it, and I was pretty vocal online about it too. It's like, I don't know, like your world, I don't know, but I know you, and we've trained together, and you've been such a good friend to me. So it's like I'm sticking up for Tim. You guys don't know him. I do, motherfucker. You guys don't. You know him from Instagram or the video you saw him in. I know the fucking guy. So anyone wants to contest that, bring it on. Let's do it. Because I'll vow for you all fucking day.
Yeah.
So that was my stance on it. Now, when it gets into the weeds and all that shit, I don't fucking know. It's like if someone's not a black belt and they're talking to us about jiu-jitsu, if you want to talk about jiu-jitsu, we can get into the weeds. I'll do that with you. I know that pretty well.
Yeah.
But if it's just general stuff, yeah, man,
Yeah. Remind me when we leave here to connect you directly to Victor Hugo.
Yes, I just started communicating with him last week.
Okay. You guys' number?
I have his number.
Okay.
Yeah, we're supposed to set something up this week.
Yeah, and there's
I'm a little nervous for it because, I've been I do a lot of training on my own.
He's the
and
chillest.
stuff like that.
He's the coolest.
That's what they said.
He's like the, hey, I need to flow roll. I'm busted up. He's gonna be like, hey, I want to grapple. I mean, it's just
because my whole thing is I can't afford to get hurt.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So many people get hurt.
He is a world champion.
Yep.
The ego does not exist.
Yeah.
Like there's Victor Hugo. I'm here to compete. And then there's like, I run an academy as I'm a professional gym owner and martial artist.
So many people tell me this about like this is the perfect place because I just can't get hurt.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite roles and makes me feel like a child.
Yeah, I'm going to see him this week.
Can you like the jiu-jitsu in Austin,
dude? Wow.
So you're gonna go train with Victor Hugo, and then we'll go down to other Six Blades gym. We'll train with Shanji Ribeiro, Gordon Ryan, and Gary are opening their gym, which is about a mile from the other Six Blades gym.
So cool.
Obviously, we have B team with Nicky Rodriguez and Craig Jones. You're right, and then we can go up to New Wave and train with Luke Griffin.
So wild, dude.
Yeah, Dan Hur's just coming back. My gym, I think I have 40 black belts.
See, I didn't know you had a gym. I just thought you were bouncing around to all these gyms. I didn't know you run your own.
I bounce around to these gyms.
But you still have your
Yeah, I have
gym.
my Gracie Huamaida Cedar Park is my jiu-jitsu gym. There's another Gracie Huamaida South, which is Paulo Brandao, Hoyler. I'm a Hoyler and Paulo black belt under them. So my Gracie Huamaida, like the pyramid scheme that is Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Bro. Yeah, because technically I'd be a black belt under Henzo. Because
that's a good black belt to have.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Well, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
well,
pretty cool.
but Henzo didn't give it to me. It was given to me by Mal Easton, who was a black belt under Henzo, and then we train at Henzo's. But then my black belt was awarded from a Henzo black belt. If that makes sense.
Yeah,